Ever looked at your bedroom and thought, this could be so much more? Today, I'm diving into how to turn a plain space into a dream bedroom with a touch of boho chic that feels like a real sanctuary. Let's get straight to it. Imagine a room where every piece, every color, and every texture works together to make you feel relaxed and inspired. A bedroom isn't just where you sleep, it's where you start and end your day. Yet, so many of us settle for a setup that feels boring or mismatched. In this video, I'll show you exactly how to blend a boho vibe with modern touches so your bedroom becomes your favorite room in the house. A lot of people struggle with creating a space that truly reflects who they are. You might have a bed that feels too basic, or walls that look empty and lifeless. The challenge is mixing different elements in a way that doesn't feel overwhelming. It can be tough to know where to start when you want to add personality without turning your room into a cluttered mess. Today, we're going to break down every step, from picking the right colors and furniture to adding those quirky accents that say, "This is me." Let's talk about what boho chic really means. Boho, short for bohemian, is all about mixing patterns, textures, and colors to create a relaxed, free-spirited look. It's about embracing a bit of chaos that somehow comes together as beauty. Think vintage rugs layered on the floor, mismatched pillows on a cozy bed, and natural materials like wood and rattan that make you feel grounded. The chic part is where you blend this eclectic style with a modern twist, keeping things fresh and not too overdone. This way, your bedroom feels lived in and stylish at the same time. One of the first things to consider when transforming your space is your color palette. A boho chic bedroom often relies on earthy tones combined with splashes of brighter colors. Imagine soft beiges and warm browns mixed with hints of turquoise, coral, or even mustard yellow. These colours can make your room feel cosy, yet vibrant. For instance, you might paint one wall in a muted tone and use accessories like cushions or a rug to bring in a pop of colour. This contrast not only catches the eye, but also sets the mood for relaxation and creativity. Next up is furniture. You don't have to break the bank to find pieces that fit the boho chic style. Look for items that have a bit of character. Think vintage or second-hand finds that have a story behind them. A wooden dresser with some wear and tear, or a bed frame with a unique design, can serve as the focal point of your room. The key is to mix and match without making things feel too busy. If you have a modern piece, pair it with something that has a more rustic or handmade look. This balance keeps your bedroom feeling fresh, while still embracing that bohemian vibe. Let's move on to textiles, which are really the soul of a boho bedroom. Layering is essential here. Start with your bedding. A soft, neutral duvet cover paired with an assortment of patterned throw pillows can set the stage. Don't be afraid to mix prints. It's all about finding a balance. For example, a pair of stripes might look great with a floral pattern if they share a similar colour scheme. Throw in a textured blanket or a crocheted throw on the foot of the bed, and you've got yourself a space that feels inviting. Curtains are another big part of the mix. Go for light, airy fabrics that let natural light filter in. This not only brightens the room, but also adds to the overall relaxed vibe. Lighting plays a huge role in setting the mood of your dream bedroom. Instead of relying solely on harsh overhead lights, think about incorporating multiple light sources. Table lamps, floor lamps, and even a string of fairy lights can add warmth and depth. A vintage lamp on a bedside table can cast a soft glow that makes your room feel intimate. If you're into DIY projects, consider repurposing old jars with fairy lights inside them for a quirky touch. Natural light is always the best, so if you have large windows, make the most of them with light, breezy curtains. When the sun sets, layered lighting can help transition the space from a bright morning retreat to a cozy evening haven. Now let's talk about decor and accessories. These little touches are what really tie a boho chic room together. Wall art, for example, doesn't need to be expensive to make a statement. Look for pieces that speak to you, whether that's a vintage tapestry, a framed print from a local artist, or even a collection of personal photos in mismatched frames. Don't worry about everything matching perfectly. Part of the boho charm is its mix and match approach. Plants also add life to your bedroom. A few well-placed potted plants can bring a touch of nature inside and help purify the air. Whether it's a tall snake plant in the corner or a row of small succulents on a windowsill, greenery always adds a fresh feel. One of the biggest challenges when designing a boho chic bedroom is avoiding clutter. With so many interesting pieces and textures, it's easy for the space to start feeling chaotic. The trick is to choose items that serve a purpose and then let negative space do its work. Negative space is the area around and between objects. It helps keep the focus on what's important. For example, if you have a vibrant rug and a patterned bedspread, allow the walls to stay relatively simple. This balance ensures that each element has room to breathe, making the overall design feel intentional rather than haphazard. Storage can be a sticking point too. In a bedroom that's filled with personality, you still need to keep things organized. Look for storage solutions that blend with the decor. A vintage trunk at the foot of the bed, for example, you can store extra blankets while also acting as a decorative piece. Floating shelves can display small collectibles, books, or art pieces without taking up too much floor space. Remember, the goal is to maintain a clean, uncluttered look, even if the room is full of interesting details. Let's pause for a moment and imagine the transformation. Picture walking into your bedroom after a long day. Instead of a plain, uninspiring space, you're greeted by a room that feels warm, lived in, and uniquely yours. The mix of earthy tones, layered textures, and quirky accents immediately puts you at ease. The lighting is soft and inviting, and every item in the room has its place. You can see your personality reflected in every corner, from the vintage dresser to the handmade cushions. This isn't just a room, it's your personal retreat, a space that inspires you every day. Now, if you're thinking, this sounds great, but how do I actually pull it all together? Let's break it down into actionable steps. First, start with a clear plan. Look around your room and decide what the focal point should be. Usually that's the bed. Once you've decided, think about what elements you want around it. Do you want a statement headboard, a mix of throw pillows, or maybe an overhead light fixture that stands out? Write down a list of the things you need and start with one area at a time. Next, consider your budget. You don't need to buy everything new at once. Sometimes, a trip to a local flea market or thrift store can yield amazing finds that fit the boho chic style perfectly. Look for pieces that have character, even if they're a little worn. With a bit of creativity, you can refurbish or repaint old furniture to give it a fresh look. Sometimes, a little DIY work goes a long way. Maybe you can reupholster an old chair or add a new coat of paint to a wooden dresser. These small changes can have a big impact on the overall feel of the room. Another important factor is comfort. A dream bedroom isn't just about looking good, it also has to feel good. The bed should be the centerpiece of comfort. Invest in good quality bedding that feels soft against your skin. Consider natural materials like cotton or linen, which are breathable and comfortable. The right mattress and pillows are also key. After all, if you're not comfortable, no amount of style will make up for a restless night's sleep. Test out different options if you can, and choose what feels best for you. It's also worth talking about personal touches. A boho chic room is all about reflecting who you are. Add items that tell your story. A handmade quilt, a set of postcards from your travels, or even a quirky piece of art you picked up on a whim. These details make the room feel truly yours. Sometimes, less is more. Instead of filling every space with items, choose a few that have real meaning and display them thoughtfully. This approach not only makes the space feel curated, but also helps avoid that cluttered look that can come from trying to do too much at once. Let's talk about one common pitfall: mixing too many patterns and colours until the room feels chaotic. It's easy to get carried away when you see all the pretty things out there. The key is to set a foundation first, choose your base colours and stick with them. Then introduce patterns gradually. For example, if you've painted your walls in a soft beige, use that as your canvas. Add one or two patterned elements, like a rug or bedspread, and then use simpler, solid-coloured items to balance it out. This way, every pattern has its space to shine without clashing with another. Now, imagine the moment when everything finally comes together. You've spent a few weekends hunting for that perfect vintage dresser, scoured online stores for unique throw pillows, and maybe even painted an accent wall in a colour that makes your heart skip a beat. Slowly but surely, your bedroom starts to transform. The space that once felt dull now bursts with personality and warmth. It becomes a room where you can relax, unwind, and really be yourself. This is the key moment, the turning point where all the effort pays off and your bedroom becomes a dream retreat that inspires you every time you step inside. I know it might seem like a lot to handle, especially if you're not used to mixing different styles. But the beauty of the boho chic look is that there's no one right way to do it. It's flexible and forgiving. You can start small, a new set of pillows here, a piece of art there, and build the vibe gradually. Over time, you'll learn what works best for you and what makes your space feel truly inviting. Don't worry about making mistakes. Sometimes the best design ideas come from experimenting and trying something out that you wouldn't normally do. Another tip to keep in mind is to keep an eye on how natural light interacts with your space. Boho chic design thrives on light and air. If your bedroom feels a bit too closed in, consider ways to open it up. Mirrors are a great tool for this. A large mirror on one wall can reflect light and make the room feel bigger. If privacy isn't a concern, even sheer curtains can allow light to flow in while still giving you some coverage. Natural light not only brightens the space, but also highlights the textures and colours you've chosen, bringing your boho chic dream to life. It's also important to remember that a dream bedroom isn't built in a day. It's a process, a journey of trial and error. Some days you might feel overwhelmed by the sheer number of choices available. Other days you might feel a burst of inspiration that makes everything seem possible. The trick is to enjoy the process. Treat it like a creative project where every small decision is a step toward a room that truly reflects your style and personality. In the end, the journey is just as rewarding as the destination. One idea that really helped a friend of mine was to create a mood board. I know it sounds like something only designers do, but it's really simple. Spend a little time gathering images from magazines, websites, or even social media platforms that catch your eye. Look for photos of bedrooms that inspire you, colours that speak to you, and pieces of furniture that seem perfect for your space. Lay them out on a board, either physically or digitally, and study them. What do you notice? Is there a common theme or colour? This exercise can help you narrow down your style and give you a clearer vision of what you want your dream bedroom to look like. Now let's dive a bit deeper into some specific elements that can elevate your bedroom to the next level. One of my favorite aspects of Boho Chic is the use of handcrafted items. Whether it's a woven wall hanging, a hand-painted vase, or a set of custom-made cushions, these items add a unique, personal touch that you simply can't get from mass-produced décor. They remind you that your space is one of a kind, just like you. It's all about finding those pieces that have character and telling a story. And if you're crafty, consider making something yourself. It can be incredibly rewarding and even more meaningful. Another area to focus on is the floor. A beautiful area rug can anchor the whole room. In a boho chic bedroom, rugs often feature intricate patterns, earthy tones, or even bold colours that tie the whole look together. You don't have to cover the entire floor with one huge rug. Sometimes layering a couple of smaller rugs can create an interesting textured look. The point is to add warmth and comfort underfoot, while also serving as a visual anchor for your decor. Don't forget about the ceiling either. While it might seem out of sight, the ceiling is another canvas for creativity. Consider installing a few string lights or a unique light fixture that adds a bit of drama without taking over the space. Sometimes, even a carefully placed ceiling fan with a retro look can enhance the overall vibe, creating a gentle breeze on warm nights and adding to that relaxed boho feel. Storage is another key aspect. In a room that's full of personality, it's important to have places to tuck away items you don't want on display. Think about using baskets, vintage trunks, or even built-in shelves to keep your space organized. The trick is to choose storage that blends with the decor rather than stands out as a clunky add-on. Look for pieces that are both functional and stylish, so every element of your room contributes to the overall look. I also want to touch on the importance of scent in a dream bedroom. It might sound odd, but the way a room smells can completely change how you feel when you walk in. A subtle scent from candles, essential oils, or even fresh flowers can enhance the cozy vibe of your boho chic space. Choose smells that make you feel calm and happy. Maybe something like lavender or sandalwood. These details might seem small, but they add another layer of comfort that makes your room feel truly complete. At this point, you might be wondering how to balance all these ideas without feeling lost in the details. The secret is to start with one area and build from there. Don't try to change everything overnight. Begin with your bed, then move on to the textiles, followed by lighting and decor. Step back occasionally and look at your progress. Is the room starting to feel like the space you envisioned? If not, tweak a few things until it does. Remember, there's no one right way to do this. The goal is to create a space that feels right for you. I know it can be intimidating to overhaul a room, especially if you've never really thought about design in this way before, but the beauty of a boho chic style is that it's forgiving and flexible. Even if you make a few mistakes along the way, the end result is a room that grows more interesting with each addition. Every piece you add has the power to change the mood of the space, so even small updates can have a big impact over time. Let's sum up what we've talked about so far. We started with the idea of transforming a dull bedroom into a dreamy retreat using a mix of boho and modern styles. We covered the importance of choosing the right color palette, finding unique furniture, layering textiles, and using lighting to create ambience. We also talked about the role of decor, storage, and even scent in making the space feel personal and inviting. The key is to mix and match these elements in a way that feels balanced and natural. Imagine finally stepping back and looking at your newly transformed bedroom. The walls are painted in a soft, welcoming hue. The bed is dressed in layered, textured linens, and every corner of the room has been thoughtfully curated with items that tell your story. There's a perfect mix of vintage charm and modern simplicity, a place that feels both relaxing and inspiring. You feel at home in a way that you never thought possible, and every time you walk into the room, it reminds you of the effort you put into making your dreams a reality. That's the magic of design. It's not just about following trends, it's about making a space that fits who you are. When you take the time to carefully select every item, from the biggest furniture piece down to the smallest decorative trinket, you create an environment that nurtures you. Your bedroom becomes more than just a place to sleep. It becomes a personal retreat, a place where you recharge and find inspiration for the day ahead. Before we wrap up, think about one thing you can change right now. Maybe it's swapping out your old curtains for something lighter, rearranging your pillows on the bed, or even just moving a piece of furniture to create a better flow. Sometimes, even a small change can open up new possibilities for the rest of your design journey. We've covered a lot today, and I hope you're feeling inspired to take your bedroom to the next level with a boho chic twist. There's a real joy in creating a space that not only looks amazing, but also feels like home, a room that tells your story in every detail. Whether you're a seasoned design buff or just starting out, remember that your space is a reflection of you. Don't be afraid to mix things up. Try new ideas and, most importantly, have fun with it. Your dream bedroom is within reach. With a few thoughtful changes and a bit of creativity, you can transform any space into a stylish, comfortable retreat that you'll love coming back to every day. Start small, keep it personal, and enjoy the journey as your room evolves into something that truly represents you.